Well, this is just a few meters from the Prime Minister's residence, and what you can see on your screen is Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, who have joined protesters from the Cockroach Janta Party, who are protesting the NEET exam paper leak. Mallikarjun Kharge has also joined the protests. And the protesters still remain at Jantar Mantar, and I do understand that the activist Sonam Wangchuk will be transferred to a private hospital from the government hospital. They are awaiting directions from the government on what direction the activist should take before he's moved to a private hospital. Once again, what you see on your screens are Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and his sister Priyanka Gandhi and the party chairman Mallikarjun Kharge, who has joined the protests. This is the ongoing Jantar Mantar protests, which are still ongoing. Today is a little bit easy as opposed to yesterday, when the protests turned violent, with the police using batons and charging towards the crowds who had gathered at Jantar Mantar. And the Prime Minister Narendra Modi today called for the strictest possible punishment for those responsible for the paper leaks in NEET and other competitive exams. He emphasized that preventing such breaches is a crucial national responsibility. Let's just listen into what's going on outside the Prime Minister's residence in New Delhi. And again, these are Congress members of Parliament and leaders, with Rahul Gandhi being the leader who has joined the protesters at the Prime Minister's residence in India. Our Prime Minister's statement comes a day after intense protests in the national capital demanding accountability for examination irregularities. Sonam Wangchuk, the activist who is spearheading the protests, has vowed to continue his hunger strike from the Santaganj hospital, where he was taken by authorities after over 20 days of hunger strike. Wangchuk's wife moved a petition in the Delhi High Court asking to take Wangchuk to a private hospital. The Delhi High Court has given a nod to shift him to a private hospital. On Monday, protesters attempted to march to Parliament but were halted at security barricades outside the complex. The Cockroach Janta Party, the political group leading the march, alleged that authorities used excessive force against the demonstrators. Delhi police countered these claims, stating that protesters behaved aggressively and resorted to violence. Authorities reported that demonstrators attempted to break through barricades, pelted personnel with stones, and damaged both police and government vehicles. According to the Delhi police, more than 118 personnel, including senior police officers, sustained injuries. FIRs have been registered against unidentified individuals and the protest organizers. Authorities are currently reviewing CCTV footage and electronic evidence to identify those involved in the vandalism. The Delhi High Court has refused an urgent listing of a public interest litigation alleging use of excessive force by the police. The issue triggered heavy disruptions inside Parliament as the opposition demanded a detailed discussion on the protests and exam leaks. Both houses have been adjourned for the second continuous day due to uproar and sloganeering. Prior to the parliamentary session, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the issue at a meeting of the NDA parliamentary party. Union Minister Kiran Rijiju said that the Prime Minister called for collective national efforts to build a foolproof examination system. The Prime Minister also highlighted that the government acted immediately after the leaks emerged, resulting in swift arrests and decisive action against the culprits.
एक राज्य का मामला नहीं है, सिर्फ केंद्र सरकार का मामला नहीं, पूरा देश का हर एक राज्य में जहां जहां पेपर लीक करने में जो लोग लिप्त हैं, जो लोग इस धंधे में इन्वॉल्व है, जिन्होंने काम इस तरह का घिनौना किया है, पाप काम किया है, उनको सजा देने के लिए सब एकजुट होना चाहिए। ये कोई दलगत राजनीति का विषय नहीं है, ये देश का विषय है।
Once again, this is outside the Prime Minister's residence in New Delhi, where the Congress leader, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge are there with the protesters. Our principal correspondent, Dharamjot Kaur, is on ground and is on phone. Dharamjot Kaur, how is the mood today? It seems a little bit subdued. And what's the update on Sonam Wangchuk's movement to a private hospital?
Well, Eric, when we were here at around 7, 8 a.m. in the morning, about a few hundred protesters who were within the line site. Now, a few hours later, as we head towards early evening, the pressure over here has definitely increased manifold. We're looking at a similar swell in crowds in terms of how it was yesterday. It's not fully at that level with people streaming on all main roads. Not how it is right now. I think this morning, so we're roughly talking about 10 to 15,000 people who are present inside the Jantar Mantar protest site and near it on the road leading up to the protest site as well. Although there are 2 levels of barricades and all the protesters have 2 levels of barricades, it is still a...
Dharamjot, let me just cut you short for a little bit because we cannot, you're not very clear to us. We'll get back to our principal correspondent. She is on ground. She has been following the latest that is happening in these protests. And what you see on your screen, these are live visuals coming from outside the Prime Minister's residence in New Delhi, where the Congress party leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge, have joined protesters outside the Prime Minister's residence in New Delhi. We'll talk to our correspondent a little bit later in our broadcasts.